Hi, this is I'm just doing a quick one on I think on the reporting restrictions on the well, what I call gagging of the witnesses, and also that both the doctors and nurses, well, that wanted anonymity, and the families of the babies in the Letby case. And because there's a few comments, I think, when Mark was doing a video underneath with people not wanting to know what was how this happened, and it is not normal what's happened in the Letby case. I mean, it is going that way. There's been a few more cases that people seem to get privacy, but it's not like in the past, these victims would have been named, and there wouldn't be. So what it is, it originally there was just Justice Steyn, I think, who dealt with maybe when Letby was at the magistrates' court. She put in I think it's 2020. There's one reporting restriction that judge put in, and it's under the Youth and Criminal Justice. Let me just read it. It's the Youth. Section 45 and 46 of the Youth Justice and Criminal Evidence Act 1999. That's what they're using, right? And he's to basically say that there's reporting restrictions, which basically means that nobody can do anything which would, or shouldn't do anything which would reveal the people who are under these restrictions, right? Their names. So whether that's a doctor witness or whether that's the babies, yeah? So there's one's done for the babies and there's one's done for the medical professionals that wanted anonymity. With the babies and the families, this is life. These are for life. This is what I mean about this isn't normal, okay? This is getting more and more. And there was two done by Goss under the same act, under Section 46 of the Youth and Justice Criminal Evidence Act, 1999. So he's done two lots as well, okay? So I think for the babies that are injured and not died, it's the restrictions until they're 18 years old. But in regards to any of the babies that have died and found anything that could identify them, that's for life, right? So that really gags these families as well. They can't really speak out at all. Now, the idea is we're supposed to believe they asked for it and they wanted it, okay? So to me, that doesn't really make much sense, because this isn't why these laws were put in place. There's like special measures you get for victims and things like that, which is a fairly recent thing as well for vulnerable victims. But on this, and there are a few articles there have been on this. If you want to read up about it, I'll try and put some links below. The Law Gazette have done something on this, and also the Justice Gap, I think, or Press Reader has done, to explain why this is not. It's an affront to open justice, basically. I don't believe that the parents all wanted this, okay? Some of them might have done, but I believe they were probably, these pieces of paper were probably put in place, and lawyers probably said, oh, you probably want this because this will happen if you don't, blah-de-blah-de-blah, and they were persuaded, to agree to these, I think that's what's more than likely happened, and because it's too convenient, isn't it, for the establishment to have everybody sign it? And how would everybody want the same thing? All these families are different. Some of them might want to speak out, so it doesn't. So it's not normal, and the reason being, I mean, what Justice Steyn is trying to make out is that it's there to protect witnesses so that they can give their best evidence. So in other words, the idea is if any of these babies or names are out, then the people won't be able to give their best evidence, whatever that is, because of fear or distress or whatever. But I mean, again, that usually only applies in cases where people are under serious threat, serious fraud cases, things like that, where huge amounts of money are involved, or, really sort of violent gangs where people might get arrested. This case isn't like that, right? So that this act and these reasons it wasn't set up for this kind of case, and this is why. So basically, yeah, I mean, it says here, in determining whether a witness is eligible for anonymity under the Section 46, the court must consider the circumstances of the offence, and while there's no doubt that this case is horrific, that alone does not engage the mechanism, the statutory mechanism. So, I mean, if there's, the thing is, it's normally if there's been certain behaviour towards a victim. So in rape cases, it's often in rape cases, this kind of thing, it's to protect people in those kind of cases. That's why these provisions are there. They're not there. They weren't meant to be used for cases like this. So what's happened is these judges have started using them for cases to basically, keep people quiet when they don't want, which is against open justice. It's definitely against open justice. And I'll put the links below to some articles about this that other people have written, to, the Law Gazette have written and stuff, and Press Reader about, more detail on this. But so there are reporting restrictions, and they're under that, and they're not normal, and it's getting more and more like that. I've noticed with just, people not allowed to, and really to have proper open justice, you need to know. And the other thing is when they keep on about you can't view the actual. I thought I had copies of the actual documents I'd seen ages ago when I was looking at, but I didn't. I've got. If you look at, if you want to look at it's on the bottom of the appeal. Where is it? God, where are we? Yeah, the Court of Appeal, Criminal Division, blah 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 blah. And so. That was David. Yeah, the appeal with the bench that Lucy Letby had is on that paperwork. The hearing dates were 22nd, 23rd and 25th of April, and it was approved judgment. And underneath that judgment, you can see the list of the 3 reporting restrictions that were done. There was also ones done for the Thirlwell inquiry, which is separate, but that again that's slightly different, but it's still reporting restrictions, and it's on that, so they just made sure they covered every word so no one could actually speak out. And then they knew at the Thirlwell inquiry that all the evidence that was coming from the parents, they had control of, that none of that could get out, and they had a special arrangement with the press, so the press could report, edited versions, and we all know what edited version means. Not the truth, not not the truth, basically. So, and I was about to say something else, and I can't remember what it was, something about, it's gone out of my head now. But yeah, I don't, these are lifetimes, so this is, and also for the doctors, it's ridiculous. I mean, the ones that ask for anonymity, that's not normal either. You wouldn't get, not in this kind of case, but they cited things like anxiety. That they wouldn't be able to give their best evidence, whatever that is. But I think a lot of this has been arranged, and the people have been persuaded to go along with it. They've probably been told all sorts of things will happen. You'll have reporters at your door 24/7. They've probably been told everything to get them to agree to this, because I'm not sure that there may have been some of the families might have wanted it, but it doesn't make sense that they would all want total restrictions on them, because a lot of people like using social media, don't they? So why would they all vote for total restrictions? And it's too convenient. I'll put the links below, and I can't remember what else I was about to go into then. It doesn't really matter then. So I really do hate, I don't like staying on here too long anyway, because I just look so old now, and you look in the look on this video. No wonder normally I don't prefer to do articles rather than show my face on a camera when I look so old. God, I have to do. But anyway, I suppose I shouldn't be. What's age? I mean, it's wisdom and experience, isn't it? So I'm not gonna complain. I mean, people shouldn't be judging us by what we look like. Bloody do, but well, I can't help it. Yeah. All right. And before I go, I'm reading a book called The Blue Box by Mark Mays, and it is. I'm not just saying this. It really is interesting. And it's got there's not many books that keep my these days that keep my attention. But this particular thing that happens, it's about some gifts. I think it was originally called the gift something, but it's called the blue box now. And I'm not that far into it, but there's something that happens in it which is, interesting. So just letting people know that. All right, okay. See you later. Bye.